Welcome to the greatest trading discovery in more than 40 years, and your first real opportunity to enjoy a perpetual income and total financial freedom. My name is Steve Swanson, and I want you to know the exciting breakthrough I'm going to share with you today is completely scientific, 100% proven, and positively life-changing. Over the past 5 years, it's enabled me to predict a total of 38 intermediate market bottoms and an equal number of tops, each of which I announced before they occurred. And if you did nothing more than buy the S&P 500 triple beta ETF every time I announced a market bottom, and then taken profits when I announced the top, you could have grown a modest $5,000 account into an exciting $741,941 fortune, including commissions. The power to predict and profit from every market turn lies in the fourth dimension, which I'm going to tell you about in just a minute. But I first want to reassure you that no matter what your trading style, or your level of experience, or your financial goals, this is something you can absolutely do, and probably should do. Isabella is living proof.
I got interested in trading with my dad when I was 12, except I'm trading ETFs, not options. So I've had my own account for almost a year, and in that time, it's grown a little more than 50%.
Isabella got her own trading account when she was just 12 years old, and trading simple ETFs, no options, no triple betas. 12-year-old Isabella made better than 50% return the very first year. So obviously, you can do this. Now listen, this is why you should do this.
What's really awesome is I'll be able to make a living without having to leave home, so I can train horses. That's all I've ever wanted since I was a little kid.
Isabella certainly wasn't born with a silver spoon. Yet, because of what you're about to learn in this video, this homeschooled farm kid is looking forward to a privileged lifetime of financial freedom, and she can't wait to share the wealth.
I know it's kind of early, but I definitely want to teach my friends when they're interested, and my kids, so they can do it too. What better way to help people?
Isabella is absolutely right. There really is no better way to help people than to give them a reliable source of nonstop perpetual income. And that's why when the Affiliation of Financial Newsletter Publishers asked me to do this training series for you, I eagerly agreed. Now let's get started. The technical indicators traders use to make their trading decisions reflect historical price action. The hope being that the past will shed light on the future, but does it? Let's take another look at the series of buying opportunities I announced over the past year. Follow the blue line through each entry arrow to the indicators below, and you'll see there's a total lack of consistency just before each market turning point. These indicators simply have no predictive power whatsoever. Technical indicators give you a 3D picture of historic price changes, historic price trend, and historic price momentum. But there is no way to predict future price moves without the fourth dimension. The fourth dimension is time. It's the effect of time on price, or the price-time continuum. It not only predicts, but actually controls every market turn. Time is the critical missing piece that's been undermining your success all along. As Isabella's dad will be happy to tell you,
until I met Steve, nobody could say when the top was a top and when the bottom was a bottom, when you should get in and when you should get out. I lost so much money I was physically sick. But then, thanks to Steve's cycle charts, the measly $305 left in my trading account grew as much as 250% per trade, compounding into a considerable fortune in less than 2 years.
the chance origin of my deadly accurate cycle charts, which have brought so many traders like Forrest instant success, is a story almost as miraculous as their wealth-building power itself. Here's how it all started. In the early 90s, I developed software that could decode the sound waves made by a person's voice into its cyclical components. It would illustrate the difference between correct and incorrect voicing of sounds and words. It was heralded as a major breakthrough in speech therapy. My SpeechMaster software was widely used in clinics and schools and even corporations for accent reduction among international employees. A group of highly successful professional traders heard about my groundbreaking work, and they asked if the same algorithms could be used on other types of data, specifically the stock market. What an intriguing idea. Primitive forms of cycle research have been around for hundreds of years. W.D. Gann, considered the greatest trader of all times, did loads of cycle analysis. The Rothschilds are said to have used cycle predictions to amass their incredible fortune. And hoping to explain the Great Depression, Herbert Hoover pushed for the creation of the Foundation for the Study of Cycles, which cataloged more than 500 persistent cycles in the economy and in nature. Cycles, by definition, are non-chance rhythmic events. Rhythmic means the pattern of peaks and valleys occurring at regular intervals. The amplitude might vary, but the frequency really does not. And the precise regularity occurs because of the non-chance part of the equation. Even if you don't know what it is, every valid cycle is created and then perpetuated by some regularly reoccurring force. For the stock market, most cycles are created by pre-news anticipation and then followed by post-news exhaustion. Trouble is, multiple events create multiple cycles, which are often at odds with one another. And just look at the slew of economic events occurring at all different intervals, each creating an undercurrent of greater or lesser degree. Plot it all out and yikes! No wonder no one was able to make sense of it all. Fortunately, I was able to convert my cutting-edge sound wave software into a program that extracts cyclical components from stock market data, running sophisticated algorithms to measure and record persistent market cycles. I accomplished the unthinkable. I broke the time barrier. Harness the power of the price-time continuum, the only true force in the stock market, and you change everything. Now let's hear from one of the first traders to put it to the test.
I met Steve Swanson when we moved into his neighborhood about 12 years ago, and we got to talking about the stock market, and my background is in digital signal analysis, so I understood the genius of his price wave charts right away. What it does is it lets you know ahead of time when the market's going to top and when it's going to bottom. And with knowledge like that, how can you lose?
That's the spirit. Truth be told, you can lose, but not very much. Out of the past 52 signals, 46 produced winning trades, and get this, the average profit on a simple ETF was 9.7%. Meanwhile, the average loss, less than 1%. 9 times more winners, 9 times greater profits, and Craig's right after all. At that rate, you really can't lose. And when you add options to the mix, holy cow. But first things first, because of his background, Craig knew immediately how to use my cycle charts to predict market tops and bottoms. And like Isabella, before long, you will too. Because when you become a member, I'm going to give you my proprietary software. But relax, you'll have it, but you don't need to use it or even understand it to earn a non-stop perpetual income. Because I'm also going to send email 5 days a week so you'll know exactly what to expect and precisely when to get in. Now you can't join yet, but a brief enrollment period will be opening soon, so please watch your inbox for a notification. Then the fun begins.
There's a lot of different strategies you can play with, but at the heart of it all is Steve's system for pinpointing the bottom and the top. His service really has made me a lot of money, and it's saved me a lot of money too.
Craig's right. There are a lot of cogs in our fourth dimension perpetual income generator, and you can profit from as many or as few as you like. See for yourself when you download Take That Profit and Triple It. And tune in for training sessions 2 and 3, where you'll learn our supercharged income strategies that are only possible if you know ahead of time when the market is due to turn. In session 2, we'll delve into 3 persistent profit-generating cycles that every trader should know about. You'll learn how individual cycles build upon one another to form one big composite cycle with enormous profit potential. Then find out how you can use an 8-period cycle to precision time your entry for higher profits. And discover a simple technique using exchange-traded funds that most traders don't know about that have the proven ability to turn ho-hum profits into a vast fortune exceeding $1.5 million. Then in session 3, we'll explore the exciting world of options, and you'll see how easy it can be to buy at-the-money calls at every market low, ride them all the way up to the top, then earn loads of extra cash selling premium when you know the top is near. Safely buy out-of-the-money options and triple your money in a matter of days, and then potentially collect a $24,000 paycheck with zero investment. Don't miss this chance to get a life-changing advantage you won't find anywhere else.
My wife and I have 5 children. 3 are now married, and you have college, which is so stinking expensive these days. So right now, this is how I pay for the weddings and help my kids out with college and cars. But a few years down the road, I expect it'll pay for a very comfortable and fun retirement.
For more than a decade, my fourth dimension perpetual income generator has empowered Craig to give his large family the lifestyle and privileges he feels they deserve. And later, it will give him and his wife the carefree retirement we all deserve, but tragically, few enjoy. What more could you possibly ask for? So here's what you need to do right now. First, make sure you've registered your best email address so Take That Profit and Triple It doesn't get lost in cyberspace. Then, if you're on Facebook and you like what you've seen so far, hit the like button. And please scroll down and leave a comment. I love to know what you're thinking, and I'll do my best to answer any and all questions. Then, if you'd like to know more about me and my background, you'll find a link to my bio below. But most important, be sure to join me for the next video and see for yourself the tremendous wealth building advantage you gain from predicting every market turn. Thank you for watching today. I can't wait to hear your thoughts on the presentation, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.
Don't miss your opportunity to learn more about cycle trading and get your free ebook from Steve Swanson today. Just click the link below shown by the blue arrows and you'll be on your way.